You know, I always think to myself, how do I start the video off? Because so many YouTubers are like, what's up YouTube, or hey, or, but most people are like, what's up? And it's not very, it wouldn't be very British of me to start my video off like that. And I'm not particularly bothered about that, but I don't know, it just doesn't feel like it's, like that's not me. Well, that's good. I hadn't imagined that would come off the way it has, but it has, and there we go. So we can see that the portals, I don't know if you can see, I can. The portals, we can see that the portals are nicely greased. Looks pretty clean in there. So we are not going to mess with that. We are going to try to put that back together. Oh, it's a bit of a mess here in the workshop, guys. By workshop, I mean my studio. And by studio, I mean I live in a studio flat. So, yeah, when I'm saying studio, I'm not being all grand. Look at me, Uber YouTuber with a studio flat, with a studio. I mean, I live in a tiny little studio flat, and that is, ironically, is that ironic? I'm not even sure if that is ironic, but yeah, kind of ironically, that's where I do my stuff. So here we are. I don't know why I polished it, because we all know that this is going to get in a 2.8. And by 2.8, I mean it's going to get in a real state out in glorious, beautiful Mother Nature. So we're on a journey. I tried to find information on this. I tried to find out whether the CR3.4 Axel portal is the same as the Absima BronX, and it is. It turns out that this is a CR3.4 Axel with some extensions. So for those of you that were wondering, there you go, that's the answer. You're welcome. Now there does seem to be longer bolts in the kit, and I'm not quite sure. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these longer than standard bolts, and we have 1, 2, 3. Oh dear, I seem to have dropped it. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4 more slightly longer bolts. But then in the kit, there's these 4 really long bolts, and I'm sorry guys, but I just don't know what they're for. So we are going to assume that we're supposed to use the slightly longer bolts, because the original bolt, the difference between the original bolt and this is that much, and the original bolts are all the same length. So I will just assume for all of us that is what it is. So I'm not going to do both sides, guys. I am just going to fit one side for you, so that you don't have to go through this blind, because there just doesn't seem to be the information. Now there is an exploded diagram of the portal in the Absima brochure, the manual, but there isn't anything that I could find. If I'm wrong, guys, it would really help fellow YouTube subscribers and viewers and the like, if you could, if you know of, to what I am saying to be wrong, then please do leave a link. I shan't be upset. I shall just be a little bit amazed, because I did search significantly. There we go. We're just going to pinch those up. As you know, or you may not know, I'm pretty good at over tightening things, and that is not what we are about. So I'm just going to handhold the camera for a second. Let's grab that. Let's go a bit closer. We will need to manually focus. So please give me a second. There we go. And there she is in all her glory. I have to say that this looks really, really nice. In fact, I don't have to say it, but I'm saying it anyway. So I'm about to do some more modifications to the CR1.8. Let's put this back on here. Sorry for the jiggling. I know this isn't up to my usual studio quality, but it kind of is what it is. There we go. Oh, my vegan sausages are ready. So there we go. I am going to be. Let's move some stuff out of the way. Look, there's you. Will this create some sort of paradox where you only exist inside a camera lens? I don't know. So yeah, it's okay. I was just making sure stuff wasn't going to flop around. I have ordered the upgraded steel sliders for the Yucatan or whatever it's called. I hope they fit, because again I couldn't find any information. Like, there seems to be a fair bit of information on the BronX in German, like lots of videos and stuff, but sadly my German is limited to thank you and other stereotypically racist stuff. So I'm not going to be repeating any of that. So that's where we're at the moment. We're running a 62. Can you even see that, guys? Let's have a look. Yeah, you can. So we're running a 6200 milliamp 3S in the back, which I'm sure you're all aware will give me huge run times. And I've got to be honest, I don't think it's affecting the crawling and trailing of this too much. However, there is a lot of room. Again, I can't tell if you can see. Where's my camera? Right, you can't very well. So we'll try to tip this over. It's not going to work. I'm going to have to go handheld again. So there's a lot of spare room. We're in autofocus. There we go. There is a lot of room, guys, in here. Now, I am going to get a shorty pack that fits in here. I may have to 3D print. I may have to improvise, but I'm going to get like a 13, 14, maybe 1500 milliamp hour battery and pop it in here and completely remove the original battery tray. My God, it needs a bit of a clean, doesn't it? Yeah, so we're going to get the weight up the front. So moving this huge, we're completely removing this huge battery and putting a stumpy 3S up here is also going to get weight over the front axle, which is, as I'm sure you know already, which I suspect maybe why you've come to see this video, is a good thing. I do believe that it can be a bad thing as well. Too much weight can be a bad thing, and that is why I have only fitted the clump weights to the front. Now, a lot of people go straight out and they think, oh, slammers much unsprung weight on their new model as possible, because they've seen it on the YouTubes. And unsprung weight, it does help, but the motor and the drivetrain and the you only have a limited amount of traction from the tyres, no matter how good they are. And if you're going up a steep incline and you exceed the limit of traction by adding weight doesn't always help you. There is like a tipping point, and that's the sweet spot that we're going to look for. I am adding some unsprung weight by putting on the metal rails, but I did break one when I was in Wales. Now, I don't know whether it was because I picked it up by this or whether it was smashing into rocks. But I'm going to do a little update video when I do that, and when I do the battery mod as well, I will come back and let you guys know. But there you go. That was fitting the Absima 110, these are really heavy, 110 grams of brass to the front. I'm not going to do the rears unless I really feel like it's necessary. So that is the end of this video, guys. I've got a raffle going, link in the description below. You could win yourself a Bronco, not one of these, but a TRX-4M, which is considered by many the holy grail of 18 scale crawlers. Link will be in the description down there somewhere. I'm going to get the other one of these fitted and get ready for a crawl. Bye for now.